What's up, Sherry? Thanks for jumping on with me today. Before we even dive into kind of your story, give us just what's your name of the business?
So I'm Sherry Sanford, owner of Infinite Revenue Medical Billing.
Awesome. Well, let's dive right in and let's talk about kind of what was your situation and how was your situation like before you kind of got introduced to me and we started working together?
So great question. I had everything in my head. I just didn't know how to execute it and put it to action. And I was recommended, I've known you through BNI, but personally, Dr. Wax recommended you to me, and it was probably the greatest decision I've ever made business-wise, because once we started partnering together, you were able to help me execute and get everything out of my head on a paper. So it was a great partnership, and I'm very grateful for that.
Yeah. So let's go back to that. Everything's in your head. You know where you want to go. Like, how is that making you feel that you were struggling on that a little bit?
So just overwhelmed, and I just didn't know. I just kind of got lost in a loop. So it's like I never really got to get out of that loop. So I would start one thing and one thing would lead. So it was just like a hamster on a wheel. And I just kept spinning my circles and just going and going. So things got done, but not necessarily the way I wanted them to.
Yeah.
And my expectations weren't executed either.
Yeah. And I know one of the things that you kind of came in with was preparing for growth.
Correct.
Right. It was a good to great scenario. And that was one of the focuses so that we could then pull that stuff out of your head, organize it, structure it. And then also we built a team as well, which we'll dig into here in a minute. So you talked a little bit about how you found us. What were some of your thoughts going through that process of kind of the engagement, the proposal? Like, that's a big decision. Like, I like asking this question. What was going through your head as we went through that process?
That's absolutely awesome, because in my mind, I was like, okay, look, this is a commitment. First of all, I asked myself of this question, and I said to myself, okay, this means you're going to commit. Are you ready to commit? Like, you say you want, but are you going to do the work? And so that was the first question I asked myself. And then I went to my operations manager and I asked her the same thing. I said, as a team, collectively, we're going to commit to this, and we're going to give it our all. It's not half in, half out. It's one way, we're all in. And she was like, let's do it. And so that was kind of that was like me and her both. It took 2 seconds to be like, nope, we're ready. So it was a great, quick decision.
What were some of your doubts and or fears about diving into something like this type of coaching program?
To be honest, I didn't really have a big fear. The fear wasn't there. The question of, wow, I'm a little overwhelmed because I don't know what I'm up against. And I think really the only thing, I don't even want to use fear. I think what it was, am I going to be able to am I going to be able to, if I'm making horrible mistakes, is that going to kind of like throw me in a spiral? Like, am I making those mistakes? But, I mean, I've been doing right. I just needed someone else to help me pave a way. So it was awesome.
Yeah. So what made you say yes anyways?
Well, because you're highly recommended, and like talking to you the first time, I click with you. I connect with you on a level. We're both super high personality D. And so your thought process was everything that goes on in my head. And I was like, that's it. It was just a good fit.
Yeah, I like it. Very nice. So we've been working together for, probably almost a year now, if not a little bit more, actually.
Yeah.
Where are you at now? Talk to me about our journey.
So, last year we started off negative 33,000. And so over the course of this process, and getting everything in alignment, getting team built. We've got a great team. You've helped us with that. You've helped us set a lot of policies and things that weren't done. And so now we had our expectation of our end goal for the year. We blew that out of the water actually in September.
Yeah.
So yeah, so our profit margins went through the roof. Everything went directly where we wanted it to go. So I couldn't be
Yeah.
any more happier. Like I'm
Yeah. And
excited for this year.
the team has grown,
Yep,
right?
team has
Retention
grown.
is incredible. Retention has been great.
Yeah, yep,
Engagement has been great. Our client base has grown
yeah.
as well. How does it make you feel?
Amazing. I had my holy smokes and overwhelmed with emotion meeting when I was sitting with our accountant and he was going through stuff, and
Yeah.
the reality of like, wow, like it all came together. It was the most surreal moment I think I have felt in a very long time. But it was all good. It was just great
Yeah.
because now it just excited me and ignited me and my fire to just keep going. And so
Absolutely.
it was awesome. It was a great feeling.
Let's talk about like what is the positive impact on others from that success and from that growth?
So actually my team remind me every day that I'm part of the reason why they want to continue to grow in this path. Like
Yeah.
I remind them that even though you're dealing with insurance and it can be stressful, I make it fun. And then one of the greatest testimonials I got is from a client in a they've had some troubles, and their whole team has told me that I have reminded them of positivity. I've brought the fire back to them.
Yeah.
My passion makes them want to do better, and so those are wins for me.
Heck yeah. Absolutely. One last question for you.
Yeah.
What if someone was watching this
Uh-huh.
and they're a business owner, right? And they're on the fence, and I guess let me preface it with this. I've worked with your whole team.
Yeah.
We've done assessments on your whole team. I've worked with you one-on-one. I've worked with your operations manager, Christine, one-on-one, which we'll probably do one of these with her as well, growing her as a leader, as an operator as well. If another owner was watching this and they were kind of like on the fence or they were unsure, like what would you tell them about possibly taking the next step?
I would say first make sure you have to be all in. If this is something you truly want, you have to ask yourself that question. But if that's a no-brainer and the answer is yes, then do it, because it's better to be able to have an unbiased opinion outside someone that is good with leadership, because not everybody comes with that skill, and it could be skills that's embedded in you. You just need someone to pull it out of you, like you did for me. And that's what I would say. Yeah, just be like, you know what, you got this, but let's think about it this way. And it just kind of started to evolve from there. So if they're serious about their business going to the next level, then I would tell them it's a no-brainer. I mean, it really is no-brainer. You're kind of doing your business an injustice if you don't.
Heck yeah. Sherry Sanford, Infinite Revenue Medical Billing. Sherry, it's been an absolute honor helping you guys grow, being the guide on the side. You guys did the work. I was just there to keep you within the playing lines.
We love it. Like when we look like 2026, we're looking for it. So we appreciate all your
more and better, right?
Yes, for sure.
Absolutely. Well, Sherry, thanks so much for jumping on.
Yes, absolutely. Have a great day, Desi. Bye-bye.